Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Hex Update Saturday for May 23rd, 2015, not March, as I said last week, but I wasn't going to edit that out, because I do these in one take, and that is it. If there's errors, no big deal. So anyway, what's happened this week, we've had a little, some more art, or more cards, I should say, revealed from Armies of Myth, and we've had some art shown. If you guys have been partaking in that on the actual forums there, it's kind of fun to do that, to see what next piece is going to be revealed. Looks like they've almost finished that up, or there's a few more pieces left, but it's basically revealed, so you can take a look at that. I'll post that in the description down below so you guys can see it if you haven't already. I kind of got in on that when one piece had already been revealed, and I'm like, you know what, this has Venom written all over it, and it clearly looked like that was the case, and it is the case. I believe that is a Venom. You can kind of see the art there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick to see what we have here. So I don't know exactly, what you want to call this guy. Someday we'll get a name, but it looks like one of those. I wanted to say like a brood creeper. They're kind of like the spidery looking guys. Almost has a little bit of inquisition, but the what's the other card? I can't think of its name right now, but it definitely had necrotic venom, blood written all over it. So it's kind of cool art there. I like it a lot. Be interesting to see what actually goes with this, what card, what stats, what do we get, and whatnot. So we'll soon probably find that out in the near future. So let's go back here and take a look at the Friday update, and they title it Multi-Shard, which is actually pretty cool. I was wondering when they were going to actually start doing multi-shard cards, and they have in the past, but it was always something that was in the text that was an activated ability, like Stargazer. I think he had one where if he had it was a green card, but if he had white or diamond and sapphire, it did something else, So they had multi-shard cards like that, but they didn't have multi-shard cards that actually had to be played with multi-shards. So let's take a look at that, and take a look at our first one that they've listed here. It's called Army of Myth, and it's a 3XX, double diamond, double ruby threshold there. So basically, it's a basic action. It is a legendary. It says create X random unique troops and put them into play. So I was always kind of confused on these double X cards and what it actually meant. And they describe what it is down here. It says Armies of Myth for Ruby Diamond decks. You play X resources twice, get X random unique troops once. So if you put 5 total resources into Army of Myth, you would receive 1 random unique troop. If you put 7, you would receive 2. So it's basically, if you put 5 in there, it goes 3, 1, and 1. So you get one troop there. So that's where the X comes into play. It's not double X or anything like that. So it's whatever it comes out to be. Like I said, 5, you get 1 troop, because 1 will fill up the X's to satisfy that requirement there. So basically 5 cost is the minimum that you can actually play this with, which isn't bad given that it is double diamond, double ruby threshold. But putting the X random unique troops and put them into play, this could be a pretty cool card, especially with decks that can maybe ramp quickly, or I can see this being paired with like Crimson Clarity. That gives you a threshold, and it gives you 3 resources, maybe with like Hex Engine or something that can just give you a sudden surge in resources available to play this guy, even though you may not say you have like 4 and you play Crimson Clarity, that's 7, and you can do Hex Engine for another 2. Well, Crimson Clarity, I guess it costs 2, you get 3, so if you have 4, you're going to get 5. Hex Engine, then you'll have 6. So you can see the potential there possibly for this card to really ramp quickly, even though your opponent may not think you are able to. So has some potential. I like it a lot. The next card we have here is a 4-cost single wild sapphire, or single wild diamond wild sapphire threshold. Lunapaw, the Prophet of Fate. He is a Kyoto Warlock. Again, he's a legendary, and he's unique, so you can only have 1, and he's a troop. He's a 3/3 troop, and it says when you play a prophesized, it's kind of a new word there, prophesized card, Lunapaw gets +2/+2. So basically, if that other card we had, that the next card in your deck, gets the +2/+2, that would be a prophesized card. So it's basically here, it explains the prophecy. When Lunapaw enters play, the next troop in your deck gets +2/+2. The next action in your deck gets cost -2, which is cool. That could be, probably wouldn't be paired with this, but you could see that if it got -2 on that guy. Not saying that these are going to ever be played together, but they certainly could be. So -2 on that one, there would be that could be, they could maybe go together, but considering that would be a 4-color deck, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe not, probably not. But anyway, that the next action is -2, and the next resource in your deck gets gain 2 charges, so it's pretty cool. So any one of those, when this guy comes out, is going to be prophesized. So you throw this down, and the next card you draw immediately, he's going to become a 5/5. So it's kind of nice cohesion there. So could you get, if you did some card draw, and other cards in the deck there were prophesized. I'm not sure if you could actually get more than one card prophesized. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe other cards will allow us to do that. So that's him. He's kind of cool. Then we have Periwinkle. Some of you maybe are familiar with Periwinkle if you've read The Accidental Knight, the first novel ever put out for HEX. Periwinkle was, I don't know if it was debuted in there, but it was talked about in the actual book there. And it's a 3-cost, single wild, single ruby threshold, rare troop, and it is unique. A 1/2, it says when you play a card with cost 5 or greater, copy it. So right away you're thinking, okay, cost 5 or greater. Immediately you go to Puck the Dreamer. You go to the Pupil of Creation. Cards like that this is going to synergize with very well. So, again, I think that's going to work out real well there. And coming down into here, we have some extended art cards. These are pretty cool. I want these. Somehow I'm going to get them. I apologize if you hear noise in the background. Just disregard that. So these cards here is with the Armies of Myth packs, players will be able to unlock extended art cards. Originally, this feature was tied to double backs. While the double back is still in development, we were able to finish the extended art card display. We choose to move the extended art off the double back. As the extended art feature is complete, we want players to have access to it as soon as possible. Players can unlock cards directly through gold, as this rewards players who are actively playing HEX, and it's the cleanest, most simple way for players to unlock their favorite art. The rates are below here, so it's 1,000 gold for common, 2,000 for uncommon, 4,000 for rare, 10,000 for legendary, and 25,000 for alternate art. So that is, it's kind of steep, but not too terribly bad, So if you want a full alternate art card, you're going to be paying a lot for it. But I love the alternate art cards. If some of you are familiar with another particular game that is, we all know what game we're talking about. They had land cards from, I don't even want to say it, but Zendikar that were full art, and then they had some other ones. Just the full art cards are just really cool to play with, so I'm really looking forward to that there. And then next week we have the VIP tournament, and by gosh, I know it is constructed, and normally I don't do very good in constructed tournaments, but I'm going to enter in this one because we have some alternate art cards from Armies of Myth, and hopefully I can get a couple of those. That would be really nice. So it looks like we have a Tyrannosaurus, and we have Valiant Escort. Tyrannosaurus is a 2-cost, 2 wild threshold, 2/2 troop dinosaur, and it says when this enters play, you may have this battle target opposing troop. When a troop you control battles, gain 2 health. And then Valiant Escort here is 1-cost, 1 diamond threshold, 2/1 human ranger, and for 1 resource you can sacrifice this, put a target troop you control into your hand. So that's kind of nice there. Pretty cool cards. Hopefully I get some of those. I don't know what the original art looks like. I don't know, these haven't been shown yet, so we'll have to see. So the VIP constructed tournament is, again, 16 minimum, 256 maximum, 4 rounds of Swiss, a VIP ticket, plus 500 platinum. And the schedule pretty much remains the same as it always has been. If you plan on participating in that, good luck to all. I'm sure I'll talk to you again prior to well, I won't talk to you again prior to the Friday one, but I'm pretty sure I'll probably talk to you prior to the 2 later ones on Saturday and Sunday. And then they go and talking about a video here that Cyros did. Many of you may be familiar with him, some of you may not be. He actually visited the HQ, the headquarters of HEX, a while back, and did some interviews and put a video together entitled it HEX the Passion. I have not watched it yet, but I plan on to. It looks like a pretty good video. I've seen some of his other interviews he's done with Corey. He does an excellent job. So that should be something to look forward to right there. So that is this week's HEX update. We've shown the, there's one more card that we have to look at. It's not shown on here, and typically, like I said, I don't get up onto the forums and do stuff for the update, but there is a card sitting out there, and we will go ahead and take a look at him. He has an artifact card. Let's see, where is he at? He's sitting in here, and it was under new spoiler. So this guy here, hopefully this is an actual card. I would assume it would be. It would have to be. I guess Neo debuted it on his stream. So it's Eternal Sage, 5 cost, 5/5 troop, and he's a construct. He also is legendary, and it has a whole bunch of card text here, and it's basically one for every color. It says, when you gain a blood, bury the top 5 cards of each opposing champion's deck. When you gain a diamond, gain 4 health. When you gain a ruby, this deals 1 damage to all opposing troops. That could be cool. When you gain a sapphire, exhaust target opposing troop. It can't ready during the controller's next ready step. And when you gain a wild threshold, target troop gets +3/+3 this turn. It's a pretty cool card. I like that one. Some people are, it's kind of like up in the air if this is going to see any serious constructed play. I don't know. It's definitely a bomb and draft and sealed. It can fit into any deck. You can't deny that. It can fit in anywhere. 1, it's an artifact, and 2, it does something for every color. So I think this will probably see constructed play. Will it be in one of the top decks? We don't know yet. I could probably see it being somewhere in one of the top decks. Would it be like a main staple like some of the cards are today? Maybe not, but time will tell. You never know. Let's see here. What else do we got? That's about it for that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's about it. Some of you may be familiar with this, some of you may not be familiar with this. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I hopped onto Alucard's stream, I think that's what's right, and he was kind of showing off the U-Draft bot. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the U-Draft bot. It's it utilizes the HEX API. If you're not familiar with what the HEX API is, there's certain events that get kicked off when certain things happen within the game. Say like when you log in or you log out or you save a deck or a draft pack gets passed to you or you pick a draft card. Certain things get kicked out of the game and you can actually capture those one way or the other. And he made a standalone client that interacts with the Twitch chat. So like you can actually draft with somebody in real time. So as soon as the draft pack comes, your client kicks that out, and this program here displays the draft pack in the Twitch chat in real time, so there isn't that 20-second delay like most of us are familiar with. So it's a way that people can draft with a streamer, and you can vote, and things like that. So it's kind of neat, and that got my the gears turning, and whatnot. And so I'm like, I'm not a big fan of Twitch chat, especially when you get lots of people in Twitch chat, because things just fly across the screen. You can't ever read anything. And, since that thing, spits out the actual draft pack in the chat, if there are a lot of people talking, you're going to miss it. There are some ways you could probably alleviate that by, doing an overlay, numbering the cards, etc. So I wanted to build something that took Twitch chat out of play and actually brought the drafting experience right to your screen. I'm currently working on it right now. I would be done with it, but I got lazy back when set 2 was revealed and I didn't get all of set 2 entered into my local database along with the card art. So I got all of set 1 and still working on set 2. So once those cards are in there, my little draft with me application here should work pretty cool. I want to try to debut that this weekend. I will go ahead and put a video out saying, hey, I'm going to stream. You guys want to come help me out and do this? It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, it brings the drafting experience right to your screen, so you don't have to actually watch it through, the Twitch. I mean, you obviously will still be watching it through Twitch, but you'll have an application that runs. It's a website that runs on that you'll visit, and you'll be able to vote right from there, and it's all live. There isn't going to be any delay or anything like that either. So hopefully I can get that kind of finished up this weekend and maybe kind of show it off to you guys. You guys can help me test it out. Like I said, I just started doing this on Tuesday, so it's come along pretty quickly. So hopefully we can show it to you guys. If you have any interest, in it, certainly let me know, and then I'll be again, I'll post a video or I'll put a video up on YouTube letting you know, hey, we're gonna go live on Twitch at this time here. If you want to help me out with this, let's do it. Other than that, I think that's all we have for this week, other than opening the pack. So let's go ahead and get to that. Let's go ahead and take this off there and get into the game, which we already are. All right. Into the store, open a pack, and again, as always, I will get the cards to the winners after the video is done here. So let's go ahead and grab a set 2 pack. And are we going to get rare? Are we going to get legendary? I don't know. I think we're due for legendary, but we'll see. And it's another rare. Maybe we'll get some decent commons. I don't know. Does everybody have all the commons and uncommons? I think I do, but I'm not sure. So starting with the commons, we have Augmentated Awakening, Bucktooth Banner Bunny. We have Careful Rummaging, Field Tactician, Boulder Toss, Killblade of the Milky Eye, and we have Phoenix Guard Messenger, Elite Pyromancer, Darkspire Punisher, Charge Hulk, and Ebony Pawn for our commons. And for our uncommons, we have Ashen Watcher, we have Mentor of the Wind, and we have a Shard of Innovation. And for our rare, what do we have this week in store? We have Her Majesty Queen Grace, 2 resource, man, 2 casting cost, 1 diamond threshold. She's a human queen, she's unique, and she's a 1/3, and you can exhaust her and target human you control in your hand gets cost -1, or you can exhaust her and target king, prince, or princess gets invincible this turn. Pretty cool card, like that one a lot. I think I've put her in a couple decks, mainly the human decks that I've built, since she synergizes really well with the humans. So that is this week's pack, and we just get an uncommon chest there. We'll stash that away. Again, I'll get the cards mailed out as soon as the video is done here. Other than that, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to let me know something other than your top 5 picks, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, as always, if you want to see more of these, be sure to click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.